Hello and welcome to Against the Spread, the playoff preview special. Cam Stewart, Tom Stewart, Drew Livingstone, the Stewarts and Livingstone. I don't know what you want to call this trio. We need a better nickname than the Stewarts and Livingstone.
Yeah, that's horrible, Drew. Anyway, people think like me and Tom are related. We're not. No, he's just another stew dog in the world.
Maybe way down the line you are.
For sure. Oh, yeah, you think? Yeah, from the Braveheart era, for sure.
Yeah, Ancestry.com or whatever, free advertisement. You guys are related.
Yes.
All right, so we will be previewing the entire playoff picture, the entire bracket from wild card round to Super Bowl weekend, sharing our picks, and then we will also have a spread pick show for you tomorrow, so keep your eye out for that. So we're still going to do spreads every week. Calm your horses, but right now we're previewing the entire playoffs. And to start,
this guys, calm your horses.
Hey, I don't want people being like, "Where's the spread picks?"
You're right. There's a lot of usually on social media. There's a lot more anger than explanation. You come firing quick before you even know what's happening.
So spreads and totals will be in tomorrow's show. Yes, Today's just straight up pick 'em bracket special, March Madness, February Madness, January Madness, whatever you want to call it. We got the red hot Cam Stewart and the lukewarm Tom Stewart. Hopefully those picks pick up in this bracket special. We will begin, Cam. Do you want to go game by game round one, or do you want to go round one AFC?
Let's go game by. Just keep it easy for me, Drew. I'm a little bit. Sometimes I get stunned. So just keep whatever's simple.
Okay.
Let's keep it.
So we'll go game by game, and then after each round, Tom's going to throw up our brackets each individually.
Okay. That makes sense. Good. Okay. Let's go in order of the games. That's usually the way we do betting shows.
We'll start with KC and Pitt. Cam, that cool with you? I'm going to go AFC then NFC.
No. We start with wild card.
Okay,
we start at 4:35 Eastern, Saturday, January 15th. Didn't I just say we go in order? Keep it simple.
Okay, fine. We will do that. We will start with the Bengals and the Raiders. The Vegas Raiders, the magical team that didn't take the tie even though they could because they're blaming it on a timeout, but they were still running the play anyway. It didn't look like
they were coach's fault. Guy's an absolute stooge. You don't call a timeout, they actually might have done you a solid. And another thing, going forward from your 25-yard line, how many times are we going to talk about
this? Was there 18, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, 18. Thank you.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the 20. Yeah, inside the 20. Hey, Staley, here's a tip. Just because the numbers tell you to do it, honestly.
The numbers didn't even tell him to do that. No, they showed it. They were like, no, you do not go for this one.
Isn't it hilarious, Drew? All these guys, these so-called geniuses, we've actually proved to be morons during the show. Like, honest to God, Stefanski was horrible this year. Staley was horrible this year. Brutal.
I mean, we can honestly say Harbaugh and Staley both cost their teams a playoff.
Excellent point. Yes, I think agreed.
And I mean, Stefanski,
he was just bad this year.
Yeah, he was just bad.
He's got an issue with Nick Chubb. But anyway, we'll talk about it regardless.
Anyways, the John Madden magic has carried over the Raiders. No one thought they were going to be a playoff team this year. I know me and you both didn't really predict this was going to happen. And they're the 5 seed, Cam. I would have put them like maybe 7th if they made it. Yeah. They're going to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Spreads and totals aside, straight up, Cam, you can go first. Does the magic continue? Or does Joe Burrow and the Bengals end this run?
This is tough, actually, Drew. Like, think about this. The Raiders are a better team than people think. And it took magic by Herbert on every fourth down to keep these guys in the game. Let's give the Raiders credit. They could have folded their tents easy this year. They didn't. And the one issue the Bengals have, they have improved it with a young offensive line. The Raiders' pass rush is good. Like Crosby and those guys, they get to the quarterback. They're actually kind of scary. I'm going to go with the Bengals in a tight game. I'm not sure they're going to cover here, Drew. I have the Bengals moving on in my bracket. Home field means enough. The Raiders have had a great run. I think they should keep their whole coaching staff. Yeah, we're talking Staley. The Raiders staff did 100 times better of a job. But anyway, we're going to take the Cincinnati Bengals, Drew. They get it done. Home field advantage is just enough in that game. Jamar Chase is going to be a nightmare for them.
I'm going to go the other way, Cam.
Wow.
I think
Raiders outright?
I think the magic continues. Let's not forget, everyone sees that 32-13 final score from 3 weeks ago. It was 16-13 in the fourth quarter, and then Derek Carr had the turnover-itis. I think he shakes that off. And there's just something about this team, Cam. I can't explain it. I know Cincinnati's rolling. They beat the Chiefs. They beat everyone that's in their way right now. They're the air raid offense, probably the best offense in football right now. But there's something magical about this team, Cam. And I don't want to step in front of the Raiders right now. And I don't think the Bengals made the right decision. People say, oh, they avoided the Chiefs by throwing that game in round 2. You got to get by Vegas first. So I'll take Vegas in the upset. Call me crazy, whatever you want, but I'm going with the Vegas Raiders.
I like it, Drew. You're coming out like big kahunas here in the playoffs. You're throwing the Raiders out there. Very impressed.
All right, and now No tiebreaker needed. Tom's going to do every game. So Tommy tiebreaker, Tommy playoffs, whatever you want to call yourself. Who are you going with, Bengals or Raiders?
This is like picking between two sweethearts here. You know, I love both these teams. Like all year, we've been singing their praises. They've been really fun to watch. They've been great stories. I just think the Cincinnati Bengals have sort of this aura around them. They're kind of like a destiny team. I know you can make the same argument for the Raiders with all the magic that's surrounded them, but I think the way that the Bengals have won games that they've won, they've been, you know, like you were saying, Drew, one of the best offenses in the league. And I think that will be the difference maker here. Although they have great pass rushers in Las Vegas, I think the Bengals will just overwhelm them, and they're going to keep a pace that the Raiders offensively may not be able to match. Because I
think defense is better. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, it's just going to be I think the Bengals are just going to outperform them. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think at the line the Raiders probably haven't beat, but you're right. I think give me the Bengals here, outright win. I'm curious to see what the spreads look like tomorrow because I may go the other way, but I'm comfortable taking Cincinnati, Joey Burrow here, and seeing what they can do in the playoffs because they got a great team and they're hot at the right time for sure.
All right, so we got 2 Bengals and 1 Raider. You guys do not believe in magic. I get it. It's not Harry Potter fans on this podcast. All right.
I was even wondering why they're doing like a talk show with the cast afterwards, and the redheaded guy wants to sleep with the girl, and she shunned him, and it's a disgrace. I just saw the commercial.
I don't know about that stuff,
I'm
Cam.
too
What
old
are you
for
talking
that.
about?
Oh, no, I saw it in his face. He was like, I've seen that look before. Like he was absolutely crushed. Like he thought like she had you could tell the guy likes the girl. Anyway, this isn't Harry Potter.
Cam Stewart,
football show.
Yeah, Cam Stewart loves Ronald Weasley. We figured out the redheads stick together.
No, I was just saying that she broke that guy's heart. But anyway, it happens.
It was like 10 years ago. Who cares? I don't know. Or 20?
Okay.
All right. Okay. The Bills and Patriots, Cam. the Patriots going to Buffalo to take on the Bills, looking to repeat what they did last time in Western New York, except this time it's not going to be 65-mile-an-hour winds, Cam. The forecast calls for light snow and 7-mile-per-hour winds, which means you should be able to throw the football, which I think is good news for the Bills. But where are you going in this one?
I'm all Buffalo. I think the Bills absolutely a revenge spot. I almost feel like we're a Buffalo Raider television station. My friend who passed away, Brian Blessing, he covered the Bills and Sabres. If there's any justice, this team goes deep. And this is it, man. My Seahawks are done. I'm all Bills. I'm in. I want this team to do well. I want them to go far. It's in my heart too, but I just think they could take the Patriots and put them in a pretzel. They're a better team. What? So you beat the Bills one night because of a Damian Harris run in crazy conditions? The Bills are better than you. They went into your barn and beat the crap out of you, and you could do it again at home. Buffalo, don't underestimate these guys. Put your foot on their throat early and take them out of the game. Don't give them any chance. And you know what? Just pound and pound and pound and make Mac Jones wishes he was still at Alabama. Bills, I think, get this game done and they move forward.
I agree with you, Cam. And rest in peace, Brian Blessing, big Bills fan. And they're going to do it for him this weekend, Cam. I think they blow the Patriots out. I mean, if they lose this game, there's a lot more issues in Buffalo than just the defense and the special teams and Josh Allen and yada, yada. They got some coaching issues if they lose this game to the Patriots because on paper, they're a more talented football team. So I think this should be an easy pick. Tommy tiebreaker, are you going with our hometown Bills as well, 3-way?
Wait, how'd you know? Absolutely. This is Buffalo all day. I believe a little birdie told me that Kyle Williams, maybe the legend that's firing up the crowd pregame. That's terrible news for Mac Jones and Bill Belichick because the only thing that fires Bills fans up more than Stevie Tasker is old Kyle Williams on the microphone. So give me that barn to be absolutely buzzing. Mac Jones won't be able to hear the plays that are getting called in his head, so he may actually have to just throw the ball a couple of times, which is not going to be good for the New England Patriots. No, being serious, this is going to be a good game. The Patriots present a lot of challenges for the Buffalo Bills, but like Cam said, the Bills are the better football team. If they go out and prove that they're the better team, play like the better team, they should win this game easily like they did when they went to New England.
Singletary's been running better. The team, Allen, just do your thing. And if you need to get a first down, pretend like you did, like in every fourth down, just find a way to get it done. You have the skill set. I was listening to Buffalo radio guys today too. They're shutting down the lacrosse, switching every sports team almost is like, this is like party time for the Bills. They understand this is it. We got to take care of business and we got a chance to go to the Super Bowl. You take Bill Belichick and these guys out. You got to beat them early. You got to smash them and knock them around. It's your building. You dictate what's going to happen in this game. Bills, let's go. I think they get it done. I think they actually like win this game by double digits, but we'll talk about that on the spread show.
All right, moving on.
As I just gave the answer.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Well, we got a lot of games to break down.
Yeah,
it's okay.
All right, moving on to Sunday, Cam. Yes. 1 p.m. The Philadelphia Eagles going to Tom Brady's house, Tampa Bay, to take on the Bucs. I think this game may be closer than a lot of people think, but yes. Cam, in the playoffs, the last 5 games, Tom Brady's 1-4 against the NFC East teams. I mean, his only win was against Taylor Heineke and the Washington football team last season, and even that wasn't an easy victory as we watched in the playoffs. So where are you going? Can Philly pull off the Cinderella story and win this football game?
They can. I think it's going to be absolutely razor thin. I think this game is actually going to be a one-possession game. So the Eagles can play with these guys. Remember, they're resting guys. Here's the thing. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have not been impressive down the stretch. Don't just look at the box scores. Carolina's beating these guys for a while. It's not as good as
the Jets.
Think. Yeah. I'm looking at this team going, really? They're not as good as people think they are. And if you got to get them, you got to get them early. I'm not sure. Here's the thing, though. Tom Brady's going to find a way. That's what they will do. They're just a better team than Philadelphia. I think it's going to be very tough, but yar. I'm saying it as a wounded pirate. I think these guys barely escaped. Give me the Buccaneers to move on.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you here as well. I know Philadelphia is the best rushing team in football, but that's what Tampa Bay is good at defending. They're not good. They're not good in the secondary, but can you trust Jalen Hurts to throw all over them? And it's funny because Tom Brady in the offseason said in his press conferences he likes to give compliments to players that he actually thinks sucks, so that they're all high up, and then he goes and tortures them on Sunday. And he was bigging up the Eagles secondary in his presser this week, going they're going to be tough to throw against, all this stuff.
Well, he basically says what he says is fake, and now the other team knows
he openly admitted to that. What he says is all bull in his press conferences.
So, anyway, if you're getting suckered, and the guy, don't listen to Tom Brady. He'll sell you. He's a snake oil salesman. He's one of the best for a reason. Don't ever let him get in your head and play game. You want to go out there and knock this guy around. So don't listen to anything TB says.
Yeah. But the key to this is the Eagles front seven. If they get pressure on Tom, I don't know.
Yeah.
Eagles are the worst team in the NFL against tight ends. They allow the most touchdowns. So this is going to be all Gronk all game. And maybe we know the Brady-Gronk connection in the playoffs. So give me Tampa Bay. All right. Tommy, are you going with Tommy and Tampa Bay?
Yeah, you have to, right? Because who's going to put their leg out and say, I'm going with the Eagles? But let's remember the game that they played earlier this season where Tampa Bay got out early, and then they let Philly back in the game. And Philly, I don't remember what the final score was. I could pull it up, but
it was 27-20. It was close.
Yeah, it was something close, right? It was a one-score game. So I think that's probably how this game goes again. But I think, like Cam said, I don't want to play the parrot here, but I think Tom Brady's just going to get it done. He's not going to lose to the Philadelphia Eagles, although they've been a good story. They're still a year or two away from really being true contenders, and I think this is Tampa's window. So give me Tampa Bay here.
Bad for business if Tom's out in the first round too.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, it would be great for we.
I mean, the refs will be on the refs will be on the Bucs side.
Exactly. Let's call it out for what it is. Even if you're a Bucs fan, you have to admit, the Philadelphia is not only do they have to beat the team, they're going to have to beat the referees and Brady, who's going to get every call in the game.
It's going to be
touch him. Basically, it's going to be roughing the quarterback.
The Eagles are up 3 in the fourth. Oh, here's some flags. Offensive pass interference.
We joke about it, but that's straight up truth.
No, it's going to happen. I mean, Washington could have beat them last year.
I agree.
It was one of their closest games in the playoffs.
I think they played good. Yep.
Moving on. San Francisco 49ers, Kyle Shanahan's boys, huge victory in overtime over the Rams to get this playoff spot because they were out if they didn't win that game. Came back from 17-0 down. The Rams are a mess. That's another topic for later in the video. The Dallas Cowboys hosting them. Cam, Dallas is 1-5 against teams with 10 wins or more. Does that trend continue? Does San Fran pull off the upset?
My cousin's going to hate me. He's a huge Cowboys fan, but then again, he thinks I'm a stooge. But anyway, I don't care. I don't care. I like the San Francisco 49ers. And what they did in that game last week told me all I need to know. They were down 17-0 to the Rams. Insane. Did they pack it in? No, they came back. Punch, counter punch. They just come in there, and once they got there, they tie it up. You're done, Matt Stafford. You're done.
And then the Rams went up by 7 with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, exactly. They came back again. This team is resilient. I'm a Seahawk fan. My boy Vince is a Niner fan. I know a lot of people. It's kind of crazy. I'm going to say this. The 49ers are tough. Street tough. And the thing is, Dallas is a lot of finesse. I know they're very good defensively. You have Diggs. You have other good stars back there. But I'm telling you, there's something about this 49er team. They know how to grind. Give me the 49ers outright. They win this game. I got to take them, Drew. You showed some big guts with the Raiders pick. I'm going to take the Niners to beat the Cowboys.
I think the 49ers are going to smoke them. I agree with you.
Really? Like smoke?
I don't think this is going to be close. The Dallas Cowboys lose against good teams, Cam. They're 1-5 against teams with 10 wins for a reason. And San Fran just has that it factor right now. And listen, Trayvon Diggs, his picks, great corner, but against like actual coverage, he's one of the worst in the league. He's allowed the most yards across the NFL. It's insane. People are like, oh, he's got 11 picks, defensive player.
Niners got weapons too. Mitchell's underrated. Debo Samuel, Kittle.
Ayuk's even good. And now Jennings come out of nowhere.
Yes.
And Jimmy G, stop putting bad stuff on this guy's name. Show him some respect.
I agree. If you actually look at the numbers,
Cam.
Yes, Drew. And I'm not one of these guys that breaks down football by math. You know, you actually got to go out there and play the game. But if you really look at the optics and the metrics, Jimmy G is one of the best quarterbacks. When you give him time, this guy will slice you up. And that's the thing. I don't understand the negativity around. Like, there's people saying, oh, they should have started Trey Lance. Are you nuts? Trey Lance eventually will be fine. He's going to be a good quarterback. And I like him. I liked him in college. But to knock Jimmy Garoppolo for being a Super Bowl quarterback, I don't understand why people hate this guy so much. You're right, Drew. It's actually not fair.
And San Fran's D-Cam, 6th against the pass and 7th against the run. So, I mean, they're a very good defense, top 10 in the league. And they've beaten the Rams twice, Cincinnati, Philly, barely lost to Green Bay. So I feel like their resume is better than the Cowboys, despite them being the road team. So give me San Fran in this spot. Tommy Tiebreaker, do we make it a 3-way upset? Do we just hate the Cowboys on this show?
No, I guess I'm an island boy. Tommy on an island here because I'm going with the Cowboys. I don't know why. I just look at this. I look at this game and my gut feeling just says take the Cowboys. I have no other explanation because it's a bit of a wash personnel-wise. You guys are laying it out like everyone wants to anoint the Cowboys as the most talented team in this matchup, but 49ers can swing with them as well. It's just something about the stakes for the Cowboys, I guess maybe is what's pushing me. Like if they don't win this game, they have a first-round exit. There's going to be a lot of question marks in Dallas. What they do with Dak. I mean, maybe not with Dak, but
there already is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and I guess that adds to it even more. You know that. They need to win this game for the future of this core, I guess. You know, they do have a lot of young pieces. Maybe that's a little hyperbolic, maybe a little dramatic. But something about this game is telling me to take the Cowboys, so I'm going to trust my gut.
And let's not forget, guys, Mike McCarthy or Kyle Shanahan. You're picking Shanahan every time.
True. Yeah.
I will say this in the national championship, though. A lot of people use the Nick Saban over Kirby Smart. And sometimes players just play. Right? You know what I'm saying? So
sometimes your quarterback just sucks, like Bryce Young, but that's different. That's another conversation.
I don't think he sucks, Drew. It's very harsh. Sorry. Very harsh. Very.
He's mediocre. Is that better? Is he mediocre?
He lost a lot of weapons. Let's move on.
All right, moving on.
Very negative here.
Pittsburgh going to Kansas City, Cam.
Oh, really? Oh, give me the Kansas City Chiefs. And next.
Chiefs.
Honest to God, if this is the Ben Roethlisberger farewell party, I'm going to break something. I'm going to throw something through my wall. Anyway, as a Seahawks fan, and I actually have a buddy who's a Steeler fan now, but he even comes up to me like, that Super Bowl, I can't shake. Here's the thing. I don't need any farewell tours. I don't need any BS. Kansas City should be able to murder these guys. They did earlier on in the season. And
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Exactly, Drew. 2 weeks ago. It was only 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Here's the thing. Kansas City's defense is improving. They're a better team. That Broncos game, don't worry about it. Drew Lock played a great game. He started running all over the place.
Well, and that's them covering. We're not talking about them covering. They should win this game.
It's another excellent point by you, Drew. That's right. They're just covering the number. Kansas City should be able to absolutely, in my opinion, throttle these guys. It's the Chiefs, and if the Steelers win, then you should probably fire me on this program.
If the Steelers win, Cam, everyone in North America is going to be fired because no one's picking the Steelers to
upset. Yeah, everyone with those 10-point teasers is begging for a loan. That's
exactly the problem. That's the issue. And Big Ben, it wasn't a great game.
They can't score touchdowns against anybody, but they find ways to win. It's actually crazy. When you think about Pittsburgh, it's like, how do you guys win football games? How do you do it?
I mean, and I did enjoy Tomlin, though. He showed him in the locker room after dancing with the players.
I like Tomlin, too.
And then they almost tied the game and didn't make the playoffs, the Chargers and Raiders, and that would have been very upsetting if that's how Ben Roethlisberger's career ended, was on a tie that eliminated him from the playoffs. It kind of would have been fitting, though, because Steelers, I feel like, are in more ties than anybody.
Yeah.
But okay, so we're all. Let's go to Tom first. Maybe Tom's on Pittsburgh. Maybe he's doing something crazy.
Yeah,
Tom, where are you going?
No, I'm gonna go Kansas City, obviously. But how funny would it be if Pittsburgh somehow wins this game like 16-13, if they lay an egg like the Bills did with the Jaguars or something like that a couple years ago. Like, there's always one of these kind of like stinker bowls upsets or whatever, and it would be hilarious if this is the case. I don't think it's going to be. I think, like Cam said, Kansas City's just been playing different.
I mean, we saw them go down. We saw them go down, what, 24-0 to Houston and still win that game in the playoffs?
The bottom line is this, and we'll talk about it on the spread show. If you like Pittsburgh to cover, the game's going under. It's correlated.
Yeah,
Right?
100%.
But yeah, I mean, I can't even, like, at least with the Bengals and Raiders, you could see it was close when they played at one point. KC was up 30-0 against Pittsburgh 2 weeks ago.
I don't think Pittsburgh's a very good football team.
No,
they're okay. Like, and I think a Steeler fan will tell you it's nothing personal. Like, it's just the fact that they're in the playoffs is. I'll give them credit though. They work hard and they never quit.
Yes.
Great defense and
they got good special teams. Boswell hits kicks when he needs to. Anyway, that's the bottom line.
Moving on. Enough talk of the Chiefs and Steelers game because no one cares. Everyone's got the Chiefs. The Rams the Rams hosting the Arizona Cardinals. My teddy bear contenders, not too hot to end the season. Since Hopkins went down, they're 1-4 straight up, Cam. Can they pull off this upset, though, and beat the Rams?
You know what? Let's make it 2 for 2 in the NFC. I got favorites moving on in the AFC. My NFC, cheap. Are they a paper bird? I don't know, Drew. You called them. What do you call them?
Teddy bear contenders.
Anyway, what are the Rams then? You blow a 17-point lead to the Niners.
I don't know what the Rams
team's got issues too. Hey, Matt Stafford, you might need LASIK surgery. You can't see. You're throwing it to everybody else. Hey, Cooper Kupp basically saved them this year.
Should be the MVP.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Rams defense. Oh, these guys are unstoppable. There's nobody. 49ers, carve. They're carving them like a Christmas turkey and ham. Overrated everywhere. Overrated. Hey, if the Rams win this game, so be it. I love Cooper Kupp. Guys on the defense, they have players. But
so you're going to Arizona.
Arizona's, I'm not. Yeah, give me Arizona outright, Drew. Give me the Cardinals.
Wow, Cam. All right. I love the boldness in your picks. I didn't like the favorites over in the AFC, but now you're going.
I'm going dogs in the NFC, favorites in the AFC. That's the way we roll.
All right. I like it. I'm going to go Rams just because, like I said, the Cardinals haven't impressed me all year. Started 7-0, finished 11-5. The 1-4 without Hopkins. So Ramsey has to cover Christian Kirk. Okay. They don't have enough weapons for me to be
another thing, Arizona, 8-1 against the spread on the road. They win outright 8-1. They're better on the road.
Yeah,
don't worry. It's actually that's another thing.
As of late, they're both these teams are trending down, Cam.
They are.
I mean, I just got to go with the better coach and the better team on paper.
I get it.
So give me the Rams.
I understand. Right. It's a tough game.
Tommy Tiebreaker, you going to go with your namesake and pull off the upset?
Yeah, we're going upset here, and it's the same. It's the same thing with the Cowboys game. I don't know why this is a toss up for me. These teams are both inept. I think they're both a little short.
Both overrated in their each way. I think.
Yeah, I think they're a couple of rounds short of a full pack. Both of them. There's something stinks in both these teams. But I just think Cam's done a really good job of articulating the struggles that the Rams have had, and that's definitely playing a part in this decision for me. I just think the Cardinals, and they're going to play a tight game against each other, and the Cardinals, because they're a better road team, they go to that cavernous stadium at SoFi. It's not going to be a game that the Rams are going to get up for. I don't know. Just give me
the thing, Tom.
Cardinals.
If Arizona gets any type of pressure on Stafford, the Rams are done. The Rams will win the game. If their offensive line plays well, it's going to be a very, very tough game.
I don't think Arizona can keep up, though, Cam. They can't score enough points in this game.
Oh, they can't, can they? Okay, so they
They put 37 up against
Christian Kirk's not good enough. All the receivers that they have on their team.
It's a good run game, too. Great run game.
Don't get mad at me when this is 33-13 for the Rams on Monday.
33-13?
Just wait till Monday.
You're part of Ron Ram over here. Hey, and I got nothing against either team or Seattle's rivals. I'm just saying, you're giving the Rams a lot of credit for a team that's
no. This is all totally against the Cardinals. Nothing to do with the Rams. This is how bad the Cardinals are.
The Cardinals have been horrible. But that last game against the Seahawks, you can't count. But they've been. You're right. The last few games have been bad.
All right. We will show the first after the first round. Here's where it lays out. We'll show my bracket first. I got Tennessee against Vegas, KC against Buffalo, and then the other side I got Green Bay against San Fran, and then Tampa Bay hosting the Rams. Going to Cam's bracket, he's got the Titans hosting the Bengals, then the Bills going to Kansas City. And on the NFC side, he's got Green Bay against San Fran and Tampa Bay taking on the Cardinals. And then Tom, Tennessee, Cincy, KC, Buffalo, Tampa Bay, Dallas, and then Green Bay hosting Arizona. So 3 different ways this first round can shake out. So it depends on whose bracket you like. So we'll move on to the second round, Cam. We'll for the second round, we'll do AFC, NFC, NFC. That cool with you, or do you want to do game by game? It won't make sense to do game by game because we have different games.
What, are we doing this now?
Yeah, we're doing this right now.
Oh, okay. We're going through the whole thing?
Yes. It's a playoff preview show.
Week. We just
playoff preview show, Cam. You're going all the way to the Super Bowl right now.
There you go. Okay.
So, Cam, for your round 2 divisional round, the AFC, give us your picks. Who do you think's winning? Tennessee versus Cincinnati, and then Buffalo against KC. Tell us who's winning and why.
Well, Drew, let's go a little bit off the grid here. We're going to take the Bengals to take another step forward. I don't know about Henry. We don't know by the time of taping health, but that changes everything for the Titans. But I just really love Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, what this team has done. Also, I think the defensive pieces for Cincinnati are slightly underrated. They're a good football team. Like let's give credit where credit's due. The Bengals take care of business. I'm going to have them to probably we don't have the spreads or whatever. If this happens, we don't even know what's going to happen.
Probably like -3 Titans, I'd guess.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals, and I got the Buffalo Bills.
Going to Arrowhead
and destroy. This is going to cause a lot of problems in my life. The station that I work for, LTN out of Kansas City, they're all Chiefs fans. Me and everybody else are Buffalo Bills Nation with you guys. Like my worlds are colliding. It's going to be a crazy week. Friendships that week things are not going to go well. But the Buffalo Bills are going to go in there and they're going to get to Mahomes and they're going to find a way to beat the Chiefs on the road and keep the journey going. Give me the Bungles. Give me the Bills. BB. We're going with Team B this week. Let's rock.
Cam,
Bungles, Bills.
I would love that to happen. We'll go to my AFC now. My round 2 is Tennessee hosting Vegas and KC hosting the Bills. So I will start with Tennessee and Vegas. I think this is where the Vegas magic ends and the Titans win. Derrick Henry's back healthy. Mike Vrabel, coach of the year, and he's going to prove why with his team healthy. I think they dominate the Raiders at home and they move on to the AFC Championship game for the second time in 3 seasons. As for the Chiefs and Bills, Cam, this is a coin flip. Do we get the Bills that showed up in week 4 against the Chiefs, or do we get the Chiefs that are now rolling right now going to the playoffs? And though I really want to take the Bills here, without Trey White, I think it's a problem. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I can't pick against
the people of Tikawauga, Lackawanna, Tonawanda, this is the Trader Drew. Call it
not Trader
Drew.
Cam, I should
take your Bills fandom.
I had the Bills in the Super Bowl prior to this taping, but you've convinced me that there's the Chiefs and Mahomes.
You listen to me?
Yes. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs here.
Okay, buddy.
As much as it hates me, my heart's breaking inside, Cam. And maybe it's a little.
I'm actually heartbroken. I think
maybe it's a little reverse curse.
Tom shedding tears as well. This hurts.
It could be a reverse curse, Cam. It worked last time. I picked the Chiefs against them in the spread, and the Bills.
And if that happens, that'll be great. Thank you.
If that happens, I'll pick the Chiefs against the Bills every time.
Exactly. Yeah. Good. Yes.
All right. So Tommy tiebreaker. You got the Titans and Bengals and Chiefs and Bills in the AFC side. Tell us who's winning and why.
Yeah, I think Cincy rolls into Nashville and comes out comfortably with a nice win. I don't think the Titans got their superstar back, right? But they've been winning games a different way. So now you got a scheme. Hopefully that Henry's 100%. Yeah, it's a lot of time off. I'm not sure what the extent of his injury was, but obviously missing that much time, it's going to be to come right back into a playoff game against a rolling Bengals team. It's a typical task for anyone, let alone Derrick Henry. But so, yeah, I'll take the Bengals to defeat them on the road. And then you don't even need to ask me this question. The Bills are going into Arrowhead, and they're going to steamroll the Chiefs. This team was built to defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. That's why they went into the draft and drafted Boogie and drafted AJ last year and drafted Gregory Rousseau and all these guys. It's to keep that D-line fresh, to cycle guys in and out. And look how dominant they were last week. The Bills are getting hot at the right time. The defense is playing out of control right now.
It was the Jets.
They beat the Jets.
It doesn't matter. They always play tight games against the Jets. You guys got to go look. You got to go look back at your box scores. The Bills and Jets always play each other super tight. Any division game against the Bills is tight. Those games they get up for them. Jets don't get up for any other game except for the Bills and Patriots. But regardless of that fact, the Bills are going to destroy Kansas City and Arrowhead, and they're going to leave no stone unturned. They're going to beat them every way they can. And Trey White will be in the crowd cheering Levi, Taryn, Poyer and Hyde on, and there'll be no issues for the Buffalo Bills.
I don't like the S word.
I feel better about my Chiefs
word steamroll. I don't like the L word. Just say the Bills are going to win, Tom. You carry the confidence. Holy jeez.
Oh, man.
What else do we got, Drew?
I was worried about my KC pick. I mean, I'm hope Tom's right, but every time he's laid down markers like that, it's been wrong.
Every time he throws those like steamrolls and locks around, bad things happen.
All right, going to the NFC now, Cam. We will look at your bracket. You got Green Bay hosting the 49ers and Tampa Bay hosting the Cardinals. Tell us who's going to win and why.
Well, this is where we got to go a little bit different. The world thinks Green Bay is going to go to the Super Bowl. They probably are. The odds-on favorites. Everyone loves them. Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, I hope like San Francisco, like literally, even though they're division rival of mine, every play you go into the dirt. I hope you come back, your toe. I hope it's like gout. I hope it's the size of a balloon and you can't move. I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers to actually go in there and get it done. Find a way, San Francisco. I think San Francisco is a dangerous team. You shouldn't let these guys in the playoffs. So you got to take one dog to ride. The problem is, Drew, what you said about Tom Brady, the AR factor, Rodgers, popularity, calls. Do you think people want to see Jimmy Garoppolo in San Francisco or the Green Bay Packers finally getting there? That's the issue. San Francisco's probably going to have to beat the Packers and the refs in this game, but I'm going to take San Francisco. We have to take chances in this pool. I'm not going to just go with the chalk. Give me San Francisco to shock the world and beat the Packers. See you, Green Bay.
All right, and then Tampa Bay, Arizona, Cam. Who are you picking there?
I'm going to take Arizona. I'm going to take Arizona to knock Tom Brady out, too. Why not? No, we're playing this game now. I don't know what's going to happen. I just don't – I think Tampa Bay, they're a fraudulent football team, too. And Arizona, they got a lot of problems. But I told you, I'm going with upsets galore in the NFC. I can't wait for the comments. Moron, idiot, stooge, fool. I'm just waiting. I've heard it all before, guys who do picks every night. So, yeah, just give me you know what? Arizona can win this game. If you're going to take Tampa Bay out, this is the year, right, Drew? And even if you were right on your bracket with the Rams, I think the Rams can beat them too. I think the Buccaneers are basically vulnerable. Give me Arizona.
I agree. The Bucs are vulnerable. Okay, so Cam's NFC and AFC championships are the Bengals against the Bills, and San Fran going to Arizona. Wouldn't have picked that.
Wow.
Bills hosting the AFC Championship, which we'll all be going to because I'll get us all tickets if that happens. And then San Fran going to Arizona to take that on. Okay, we'll go to my NFC now. I got San Fran against Green Bay. Cam, you said it all the way I wanted to say it. San Fran's beating the Packers. I mean, you got both first-round bye teams losing. I don't know about that. I like the Titans in the AFC, but I think Green Bay loses this game. They barely beat San Fran by 2. They beat Cleveland by 2. They beat Baltimore by 1. Teams that can run give Green Bay a lot of problems. And San Fran is very good at running the football. Now they got Kittle back. Debo's unreal. Jimmy G's getting healthier. I think they beat the Packers by like 6-7. I think it's not. It's not close.
They got to just pummel Rodgers, though. Yeah, like you got exactly. Like every play,
or you keep him off the field by just running the ball.
Yes, excellent point. So, that's actually probably more realistic. Yes.
All right, and then the other one I got Tampa Bay hosting the Rams. I think the Rams just smoke them yet again. I think the Tampa Bay's got problems in their secondary. They can stop the run, but we got Akers back, so that'll be another problem. And then I think the Rams throw all over them, so I think it's going to be Rams against the 49ers.
I like this, Drew. I like the fact, like, the thing is, like, everyone's down on the Rams, and you're kind of sticking with them, and I respect that.
Hey, someone's got to back the big dog, even though they're not playing well. All right, so that's my bracket. My Final Four is Tennessee, KC, San Fran, and the Rams. Your Final Four is Cincinnati, Buffalo, San Fran, Arizona. Now we'll find out Tom's Final Four. Tom, you got Green Bay against the Cardinals and Tampa Bay against Dallas. Who you picking?
Yeah, just a quick point to what Cammy's saying. I don't think it's so egregious to be taking these underdogs in the NFC. There's a lot more parity. It's a lot less top-heavy in the NFC. I think these games are super tight. You can kind of go either way. Yep. So I think taking the underdogs isn't super outrageous to those who are commenting as we speak to Cammy's picks. Watch more football.
I mean, you both picked the underdogs in the AFC as well, so it's okay.
We've got to have a short-term memory at this show here, Drewski. So I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers to beat the Arizona. Having said all that about parity, I think now I'm going to just take Tommy Public here. I think Green Bay is going to defeat Arizona pretty handedly. A dome team coming into Green Bay. It's going to be snowy, tough conditions. I think the Packs find a way to beat them. And then Tampa Bay, Dallas, I think is going to be one of the best games of the season. That'll be in Tampa Bay. Two really electric offenses with decent defenses. I think that has 40 burger written all over it. And I think Tampa Bay gets the better of Dallas, though, in a real tight, high-scoring game, which gives me Green Bay Tampa Bay at Green Bay for the NFC Championship and Cincinnati at Buffalo for the AFC Championship.
Revenge in the NFC.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to look dumb. We're going to be the only ones that don't have Tom Brady in the championship game.
I don't care. I let the comments roll. We have to be a bit different. Like, it's, you know what I mean? It's just, I'm going to say if there's a year where there's no team that is superior, like, Green Bay might be the team, but I still think there's ways to beat.
They can't stop the run.
Exactly. And you saw if Baker Mayfield wasn't throwing 4 damn picks, Cleveland would have beat these. You can beat these guys. I think. You know what? I'm riding my dark horse, San Francisco. I think they can beat anybody.
All right, Cam. Well, let's get into your final four. Bengals at Bills and Arizona at San Fran. Give us your picks. Who's winning each conference and why?
Oh, people in Buffalo, they're having sex, they're partying. It's going to be the absolute, it's just insane. I don't know what's happening at the Big Tree, but Joe Burrow and the Bengals, they roll in there, and the Buffalo Bills, enough is enough. They take care of business at home. Allen gets stronger as the playoffs progress. They find a running game. And the defense continues to ramp it up. They can just smell it. Bengals try, but they're inexperienced against, I'm just going to tell you, Joe Burrow, it's going to be tough on the road in Buffalo with a bunch of wasted guys lighting each other on fire, going through tables and stuff. It's going to be a very, very difficult atmosphere. Even he can't handle it, and I know he played at LSU. Bills will find a way to get it done. Just enough offense. Bills 31, Bengals 26. The Bills go to the Super Bowl.
Wow. And then San Fran hosting Arizona. Who you got there? Sorry, San Fran on the road in Arizona.
San Fran just keeps it's one of the craziest runs ever. They get into the playoffs barely, and they find a way to beat the Packers, and then they find a way to beat Arizona, their divisional rival, with a meeting with the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. I got San Fran and Buffalo in my Super Bowl. Insanity.
And I will say, because I have that ticket, Cam, of conference winners, Bills and San Fran parlay. $20 wins $1,200. So,
good. So you're cheering for me, actually.
I'm just saying, if that happens, I won't be too upset. It might pay for my flight to LA to watch the Super Bowl.
Nice.
All right.
And I'll see you down there because I'm going.
I don't even have to pay for hotel, and I'll stay with Cam. All right, my final four. Tennessee hosting KC and San Fran going to LA to take on the Rams. Starting the AFC, I think the Titans finally get by the Chiefs. I think just like they beat them earlier in the season, I think it's the same formula. Run Derrick Henry up their throats and play decent defense. And I think Vrabel just has these guys playing on another level. So I think the Titans make the Super Bowl. Crazy, I know. And then on the other side, I got San Fran beating the Rams for the third time this season, Cam. We both got the 49ers in the Super Bowl, but I've got the Tennessee Titans home team against San Fran, and then you got San Fran against the Buffalo Bills. We're crazy, apparently, because Tommy's got Dallas beating them in round one.
What the thing is, too, Drew, we both got those like 60-1.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Like, you could tell this has influenced our picks big time. Like, it's clouded my
We'll both be happy you get the hedge out.
Yeah. Big time.
But, Tom, all right, your final four, Cincinnati at Buffalo and Tampa Bay at Green Bay, a rematch. Who are you going with and why?
We'll clean up the easy stuff first. I think Green Bay ends up beating Tampa Bay because of what you just said. I think it's round two. We get the trilogy next year, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury type. Actually, that would be a terrible
if Rodgers is back.
Because one of those was a draw and then two of them were victories. But either way, I'm going to take Green Bay to defeat Tampa Bay here, even up the series, and we'll see the tiebreaker next season. But let's go to the main event here, which is Buffalo against Cincinnati. And Buffalo, listen, Joey Burrow said something to the effect of he hasn't been to a stadium in the NFL yet that compares to the atmosphere of a college football stadium. He'll learn that lesson in droves at Orchard Park in an AFC Championship game. There's no college stadium in America that can replicate that atmosphere. And I think, like I've said all year, the Cincinnati Bengals are a year or two behind the Bills in terms of their development, in terms of their window. It's a huge learning experience for Joey Burrow. That's going to be kind of the MO of this playoff run. It's going to be a lot of lessons learned. But I think the Buffalo Bills are just there. This is their team. This is the window, playing fantastic football and a really good defense. I don't think Cincinnati presents enough of a threat and does things well enough to beat or challenge that Buffalo defense. So I think the Bills win a close one.
Hey, welcome to WBEN Radio. All Bills and Sabres all the time. Buffalo.
WGR.
Yeah, WGR. WBEN, too. That's another Buffalo station.
Classic one. Classic one.
That's the old, WGR.
Yeah. Call me Celino and Barnes, boys.
Yeah,
all right?
Yeah. Now it's just, I think it's the Barnes firm. Anyway, so he gone. Anyway.
Anyways, Cam, your Super Bowl. Let's go. We'll get this over with. Your Super Bowl is the Bills against the 49ers. Probably a pick'em game. The Bills -3 in LA, unless it moves to Texas because of COVID, but that's undecided yet, so we'll find out later on. But who you got to win, Bills or 49ers?
Oh, and this is the way it works out, too. Two of my best friends, 49ers, Bills, and I told you about the late Brian Blessing. I think finally this is the one time the Buffalo Bills get to the Super Bowl and they find a way to win. This would be, honestly, if the Bills can win the Super Bowl, like, I'm not like a Bills fan like you guys, I would probably be in tears. I'd be so happy that they'd won. I think the Bills can find a way. I just believe in this team. I think it is their time. Maybe they are a team of destiny this year. I'm not taking anything away from San Francisco. We had these guys as a team that barely got in going this far. It's going to be a classic game, and the Bills find a way to get it done. Allen plays the game of his life, and the Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl. And I honestly, if they do, I would lose my mind. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm a part of Bills Nation doing all the shows.
You're part of Bills Mafia now, Cam.
Yeah, I am. I love the Bills. Like I want these guys to do well. And I think the people of New York and Bills fans around the world deserve it. And I think the Bills find a way to get it done. And I really like what the Niners do. But give me the Bills.
All right. Well, I hope you're right, Cam, for all of our sakes. And I would be very, very, very happy, but also probably the most stressed out I've ever been in my life. Yes. I'd have to, if I'm not at the game, I have to isolate somewhere and watch the football game, like away from everybody. Like I wouldn't be at these Super Bowl parties that people host when their team's in the Super Bowl. I'd be way too stressed out.
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying.
All right. I got the Titans against San Fran. And I don't think the Magic ends, Cam. I think San Fran goes ching, wins the Super Bowl. And then
wow.
And then the team's got to be thinking like, oh, wow, do we actually need Trey Lance? I don't know. Jimmy G just won us a Super Bowl. It'll be close, though. I think the Titans have what it takes to win this game. I'm solely picking San Fran in this preview show just because I have the outright tickets and it'll be fun.
Me too.
So
I'm hedging with Buffalo. Yes.
Give me San Fran to win the Super Bowl over the Titans in a classic game of running the football. All right. Tommy tiebreaker. The Bills against the Packers probably would be the highest rated out of all three of our Super Bowls. I mean, Aaron Rodgers against Josh Allen. Who can complain about that? So who you got to win this one, Packers or Bills?
No surprises here. I'll go with the Buffalo Bills, and I'll keep it pretty concise here, all right? The reason why is the Bills have had a ton of controversy this season on the field. We've had great showings. And I will say especially when we're talking about the Super Bowl. We've had great showings and we've had some miserable showings, but we've always found a way to kind of right the ship, right the path, and get back to playing, you know what I mean, the way that we need to win. Guys are getting hot at the right time. Green Bay Packers, all of their controversy has come off field. It's all been distractions. They've had no controversy on the field this season. They've just gone about it and played their games. They haven't had a team like the Bills come up in their face, especially with the stakes as high as the Super Bowl. And I think at that junction, the Buffalo Bills come out on top in a real tight game, like 31-28, high scoring, but because both these teams can move the ball. But I think the Bills slay their demons, and they put a nice 4 streak together, starting with one against the Green Bay Packers.
Nice 4 streak together, he says.
How much do we get one, Tom? We start with 1?
I need 4. I need 4. I need a new 30 for 30. I need all the wrongs to be right.
All right. Well, we got 2 Bills Super Bowl wins and 1 49ers Super Bowl win. So I guarantee you're not going to see any show anywhere else that has those 3 picks.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the Vipers to attack.
The comments will all be hilarious. Like, oh my God, why did I watch this show with terrible analysis? Like, you're just picking the 49ers for fun now. It's just like,
but I honestly believe, I will say this before we wrap it up. Like, if you really like, the Packers are they head and shoulders above everybody?
No one is head and shoulders above anyone.
That's the thing. Anybody can win this year. So you might as well take a shot with a couple pooches. Like, there's no team that is just significantly so much better. Like in past years, you knew certain teams are getting there. This year, it could be anybody. Hell, the Bengals could go on a run, for God's sakes. Who knows?
Realistically, it's probably just going to be KC Green Bay, and that's boring.
Probably.
You want us to pick KC versus Green Bay for 45 minutes? Then go watch some other show.
I agree.
All right. Thank you all for joining us, despite saying all that. I hope good luck to your teams in the playoffs, whoever they are. Let's hope they aren't the Chargers, because then if they were, then sorry, you didn't make it. Shouldn't have called that timeout. Anyways, don't call a timeout on the show. We'll see you tomorrow with the Spread Pick Show. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like and smash that subscribe button.